Just here in the Chronicle office now. I'm just about to head up to St James's Park, which you can just see there. The lights on. I'm going to head up to see what Wor Flags are getting up to ahead of Newcastle versus Liverpool. We're having a very special display in honour of Sir Bobby Robson. So we're going to head up there now and see what they're up to. So we've just seen the practice run for the flag, which is going to be unveiled ahead of Newcastle versus Liverpool on Saturday evening. It was a really emotional moment. I don't think it's any secret that Wor Flags have prepared a display to honour Sir Bobby Robson on what would have been his 90th birthday. Of course, the Newcastle United legend, the former Newcastle United manager, who means so much to so many. Sir Bobby Robson's family are actually here this evening to see Wor Flags prepare for this display. It's going to be a big display. I'm not going to spoil the flag for you. You'll have to wait and see at 5:30 tomorrow just what it is, but it'll be worth the wait. This is St James's Park then. Here we are at night. It's a great sight, isn't it? And there's TV cameras here following Wor Flags around. There's loads of the members of Wor Flags. Goes to show you just what an effort they put in. They've all got day jobs, all got lives, and yet they're here tonight, and they'll be here for many more hours, I would think, preparing for what will be an absolutely magical display. So let's go and talk to one or two of them and find out just what's going on. We're here at St James's Park. We've just had the practice run of the banner, which is going to be unveiled ahead of Newcastle versus Liverpool. Just describe your feelings, Thomas, when you saw it go up for the first time there.
Nice to see. It's nice to know that it's printed out quite well and it looks really good. So yeah, just really happy to see that it's everything's coming into place, and it's been months and months of planning this, so it's close now, and we have gone through many different scenarios as to how this was going to work. But to see it all tonight, it's a bit of a relief, and hopefully it goes well tomorrow.
And you had some special guests in as well, Sir Bobby's two sons, Andrew and Mark, and they were there on the touchline with you. You were speaking to them as the banner went up. What was that like to have, Sir Bobby's sons right beside you watching that moment?
It's quite emotional because there was people around us getting emotional about it as well. It has been quite a group thing. We've spoken to a lot of people ahead of this, wanted to get it right. Obviously, with it being Bobby's 90th birthday, we wanted to make sure that this went really well. So to be stood by his family, it's just really nice to meet them, nice to have them come along and meet us and meet the group. It was a really nice moment.
And you approached to do this banner before the season even kicked off. I suspect it didn't even take a moment's thought. You guys were right on board. What is so special about Sir Bobby Robson and the legacy he's left behind?
It just, when we look back over the history of Newcastle, especially the recent history, he was such a huge part of that. The last time we were in the Champions League, just the way that he was about the region, Newcastle itself, right up until he left us. He was a big part of Newcastle United, a big part of football in Europe. Massive clubs that he's represented as well. So for us, doing a tribute to Bobby was just the right thing to do. The fact it falls on his 90th birthday was just incredible. Good timing, big game as well. Liverpool at home under the lights. It's all just fell right into place. So it always felt right that we would do a display like this for him. Like I say, it's been quite a challenging thing to put together because of there's many different scenarios. There's many different ways that we were going to do this, but we feel like we've come together with a really good plan, and hopefully these stand will look amazing tomorrow.
And for those watching this prior to the game, just describe your feelings for when the whole stadium are in and they see that banner go up. Just how excited are you for everyone to see it?
Excited, yeah. I'm sort of, I always get anxious before displays. I always do, because you want it to go so well. We've had a couple that maybe fall by the wayside, and you think, oh God, hopefully it doesn't happen tomorrow. But I think it'll bring back a lot of memories for a lot of supporters that are in the stadium as well. So when they see it and they see the quote, which is quite synonymous with Bobby, I think that it'll resonate really well with everyone in the stadium and hopefully start a really good atmosphere for the game.
So just leaving St James Park, having met up with Wor Flags ahead of Newcastle versus Liverpool. And honestly, this display is going to be so emotional, so powerful. You're going to want to be in your seat as early as possible to see this display. You want to see the whole thing. It is a great tribute to the legend of Newcastle United, Sir Bobby Robson, on what would have been his 90th birthday. And you can see there the statue just behind me. The lads of Wor Flags are very excited for you guys to see the display. Get in your seats early. You're going to enjoy this one. Bring your tissues. It's going to be an emotional one, but it's going to be such a special afternoon at St James's Park before Newcastle take on Liverpool.